Saturday, I learned something new.
Oh, absolutely.
I done heard it, but hey, everybody do it different.
Everything that we do is learning is about repetition.
It really is.
A lot of people get to the position to where they feel that, hey, I've learned
Hmm.
and now I don't need the information anymore. I've heard that several times as well. You know, it's only going to take me this long to learn it, then I can just do it. It doesn't. It Success doesn't work like that.
I heard a coach say, always be a student.
Always be a student. Always be.
Always be a student. And I tell you, I take that. Always be a student. I'm always going to be a student. No matter how much you learn, you can
Yeah.
still learn something more.
No matter how much you learn, and I think that's one of the biggest downfalls of people in their personal life and their business life. We get to the point to where we just think traditional education.
Hmm.
We think
Hmm.
think that we've graduated. That we look at this thing like we graduated and now we moving on to the next thing. And that's not how life is. So
If they graduated so much, then we should see some result, right?
come on now. You don't nobody's toes now.
Hey, cutie.
Don't
Hey,
say
good
That's
evening.
my girl right there. That's my girl
That's
right
right,
there.
Miss Bertha. You my girl too.
all right. So we live, y'all. We live.
That
Y'all gonna
friendship, I tell you, it's
That,
like I've been knowing you all along.
that's right.
thank
It's our
you for coming
spirit.
to join us, man. Y'all, we got Miss Cortina Trafford out of Huntsville, Alabama, to Rocket City. We got Miss Bertha Winston out of the DMV area, and yours truly, Eric McKinley, coming out of Columbia, South Carolina. So do me a favor, ladies and gentlemen, as you jump on, drop your city and your state, like it, share it, and tag somebody. And I'm gonna do the same thing. Me and Miss Bertha was having a conversation. Just now, man. A lot of people get to the point to where they feel like they've learned something and they no longer need the tutelage. They don't need the information anymore because they think they're where they need to be. But here to tell you that life is a learning. It's a constant learning lesson,
Hmm.
and even especially with personal finances, business finances, things related like that.
Hmm.
It's continuing education.
It's continuing education.
The person or the personality that says, hey, you know what, I know everything now, I'm good,
Hmm.
thinking in a traditional mindset that I've got a degree and I've graduated and I walked across the stage.
Hmm.
We always walk across the stage. It's
Ain't
this
we though?
Yeah, this is just another level. So um I'm sharing this with a couple of more groups, and we're not gonna be here long tonight. I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna hit it, and I'm gonna quit it. we're gonna
Hello now.
we're gonna
Hit it, and quit it. I like that.
we're gonna get on this information. We're gonna give it to the individuals out there that want it. And if you find some value in it, most definitely make sure you like it, share it, and tag somebody. But if you find some value in this information, or if you got a question, um, drop your question in the comments, and we'll make sure we address them. Good evening, Miss Helen. Thanks for jumping on. Appreciate it. Not too long ago, I was just live. Dropping some information about why people should be owners and not just consumers, and
Mm.
how to actually flip your life and your money and start building wealth. So tonight, as we've been doing for the last couple of series, we're gonna be continuing to talking about business, continuing to talk about business. And if you've been hanging out with us over the last couple of months, we've talked about credit, we've talked about investments, we've talked about taxes, we've talked about personal finances, emergency funds. We talked about debt elimination. We've talked about all types of things. And now I thought it was kind of cool that we could slide into a little bit of talking about business, because there's a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners out there. And if you don't know the difference between a business owner and an entrepreneur, of course, a business owner is usually somebody who's just working in their business. They're single owned or they own a business. Entrepreneur may be an investor in businesses, or they may own several businesses. So quote me, but go look it up. All right, quote me, but go look it up. Trust but verify. And if you out there and you are a business owner and you're looking to grow your business and you're saying, hey, you know what? I'm kind of stagnant. I don't really know where I need to go. Or if you're somebody that was out there that didn't get an opportunity to get access to the PPP, okay? And for those of you who don't know, There's difference between the PPP and the disaster relief loan. PPP was specifically for employees. It was paycheck protection program. There's a lot of people grab that paycheck protection program and they ain't got no employees. I'm gonna leave that one alone. I'm gonna let them let us take care of that one. But Alphabet's the IRS. But for those of you who were doing things correctly and you still weren't able to get the funding that you needed or getting the access to anything, I got some information for you. And hopefully this will add some value and you'll think about this going forward, okay? So here I go. I'm going to share my screen. And once again, if you're out there, make sure you do the same thing. Share. All right, so go ahead and get in this window. I got a lot of stuff up. What's that right there? I don't know what that is. Okay, I know what that is. And this Mac is getting me. I'm gonna tell you, man. This Mac is getting me, but that's okay. I'm gonna get it together eventually. So this is a training that I did before, and I don't know if you have seen it, but we want to talk to you about how to keep cash flowing to your business. How to keep cash flowing to your business. Real simple, okay? It's real simple. Now, a lot of these things, a lot of people are not going to think about, but that's okay. You're a traditional business owner and you got expenses. Please consider your overhead and your costs. You want to make sure that you have enough money to sustain your business for at least 2 years. So the thing that's going to help you to increase your cash flow, consider leasing instead of buying. In the beginning, at least, okay? Let's say you got some big equipment, Miss Bertha. I know you got a big layout, you got a big spread over there.
Yeah.
You got an industrial printer that you want to buy, but you don't have $5,000 that you want to drop down on it right now.
Exactly.
Now it may cost you a couple of $100 a month to rent it or lease it, but that's gonna keep you from spending $5,000 right off the bat.
Exactly.
So it keeps your cash flow going. So since leasing supplies, equipment, and real estate usually ends up being more expensive, we know than buying.
Yeah.
Doing it might seem counterintuitive. It may not seem like it's gonna make sense. But remember, we business owners.
That's
and
right.
we understand cash flow. Cash flow. We need to have cash flow into our business. Now, somebody who is new to business, they may not understand that. And they may just only be thinking ownership. But do you have a down payment to put on that thing? Okay. You got to think about your bottom line. After expenses, after everything is paid off, your company still needs to have cash flow. You're going to want to maintain some cash coming in on your day-to-day things. So leasing is a great opportunity. By leasing, you're going to pay smaller increments. It's going to help you to improve your cash flow. And it's also add bonuses or added bonuses that the lease payments are a business expense. You can write it out.
Right. Exactly.
Once again, we only focus on the front end of the business and not the entire business. And when we do that, we end up losing. Okay. So offer discounts to your people that pay early.
Yeah.
Here you go, Bertha.
Yeah, I do.
You got an event center.
That's right.
If they're going to book their event, I'm sure you're telling them they got to give a down payment.
Exactly.
But imagine if they go ahead or deposit. Imagine if they go ahead and pay the whole thing off.
Yep, we knock something off.
You knock something off, but what does that do for you? It gives you cash flow.
Give me cash flow. You don't want to miss no cash.
You don't want to miss that cash. So if they offer to pay it off early, give them 10% off.
Oh yeah.
Give them 20% off. It's not going to hurt because now you have the available cash.
Got it.
Slide that money somewhere else.
And a referral. Because
they coming back. They're coming back. So it says right here, everyone loves an incentive. And if you offer customers a discount if they pay the bills ahead of time, you're creating a win-win situation for both of you. You get your cash early, of course, and they get a discount.
And that's a guarantee.
That's guaranteed. So come on, why not do that? There's a lot of people out there that's looking at this and they say, you know what?
Mhm.
But I don't want to lose any money. Well, you're gonna
Well,
lose
you're gonna
income.
lose anyway.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because if your business is closed, you ain't got to worry about losing no money.
You got
Anyway,
that right. Yeah.
so this what you want to do as well: conduct customer credit checks. Now,
Mhm.
here's the thing: if that customer don't want to pay cash, then guess what? You got to run their numbers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You want to run their numbers, especially before you agree to giving them that service.
Mhm.
Because if they got poor credit, guess what they're gonna have to do? They have to pay more money.
Yep.
That's how the world works. And if anybody's
That's
out
it.
there listening that thinks that I'm, jacked up, go tell the bill collector.
Mhm.
Because the bill collectors are doing the same thing. And they've
Mhm.
been doing it for years. If you have a poor credit score, you're gonna pay dearly.
Mhm.
So why should I be any different? Why should I discount my business to take a chance on you if
But they
nobody
expect you to.
that they can expect something else?
They do. They
They,
expect
they,
you
they
to.
ain't about to happen.
Hmm.
But you see where I'm going with this, ladies?
Oh yeah.
Here's an opportunity for someone to say, hey, listen, I got to get my life together because I'm paying extra every time I go get something.
Mhm.
Mhm.
As badly as you might want to make that sale, late payments is going to hurt your business's cash flow and it's going to hurt your bank account.
Mhm.
It's going to hurt your business bank account.
Mhm.
So you want to make sure that if somebody's got some questionable credit, you want to make sure you set them up with a higher interest rate. They got to pay for not having good credit.
Mhm.
Okay. That's unfortunate, but that's not your problem.
Right.
It ain't personal. Form a buying cooperative. I like this one, Miss Bertha.
Okay.
This is why I like this one. Let's say we were all local together,
Mhm.
and we all had our own business,
Mhm.
own building, but we all needed cleaning supplies.
Mhm.
We all need toiletries.
Mhm.
We need trash bags.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and get together,
Mhm.
and then instead of buying $100 worth of stuff,
Mhm.
let's buy $200 worth of stuff and then say, hey, listen, we're going to order more things and haggle with that company.
Mhm.
See if we can get a discount.
Right.
We can buy in bulk.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Make a whole lot of sense.
So now when we get the toilet paper, we're not going to just get 48 rolls of toilet paper, one small box. We're going
Mhm.
to get 150 rolls of toilet paper and we're going to get a better price and then we're going to divide it up.
Yep.
Same thing when you're talking about a cooperative in your neighborhoods, ladies and gentlemen. Hint, hint, we need to come together to buy
Mhm.
back the neighborhood.
Mhm.
I'm just saying. So think about that. Forming a co-op is not a bad idea.
No, it's not.
Time you think about it, even if you got people in your building that may be renting with you or leasing with you in your building, that's something that you may want to run by them. It's
Mhm.
an idea. Okay, it's going to save you money.
Mhm.
Improve your inventory. Dorothy and I was just talking about that. Take an inventory check.
Yeah.
Make a list of all the things that you are buying that are not moving.
Yeah.
If you got something sitting on the shelf, that's money.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. If that money is not moving off the shelf, that's going to hurt your cash flow.
Mhm.
So let's say we bought some items for $5
Mhm.
and we have 100 of them.
Mm.
We're going to sell them for $10,
Mhm.
but they're not moving. So instead of selling them for $10, we opt to have a sale.
Yep.
We sell them for $7.
Mhm.
We sell them for $6. We still make a profit. And
Yep.
if that's the case, we sell them at cost.
That's right.
And when I say we bought them for $5, don't forget to add up the shipping cost as well
Mhm.
And tax.
and taxes. So when you say you bought something, make sure you divide the shipping, the taxes, all that stuff up, okay? But that's gonna hurt your cash flow. So you got to move that stuff off the shelf.
Mhm.
Don't buy whatever is not selling.
Mhm.
Do whatever you can to get rid of it, okay?
That's it.
Don't be emotional about something that you bought and say, "Hey, it's gonna sell." It was it just wasn't that time. Okay,
Mhm.
wasn't that time. So don't worry about that. Send out invoices immediately. Now
Mhm.
we have a select group of people that we deal with. So for us, and I'm just saying this in general, for us, We don't always do that because we have our return customers. So we're not really stressed about that.
Mm-hmm.
You're a business and you're out there trying to keep your business afloat. You want to make sure you understand the importance of accounts receivable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Accounts receivable is the money that's coming in. You want to make sure you understand the basics of how to put together a good invoice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. There's lots of things that you can search online. You can go on Google and look at invoices. But you want all your invoices to be easy to read. The terms need to be clearly stated. They got to have a due date on there. If you have somebody purchasing something and they have to pay a deposit, like you said, before you even get started with the work, to do that. Okay. Put
Mm-hmm.
things in bold, but you want to make sure you send them invoices out. Rick Tick.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody calls you today or emails you today, send them an invoice.
Mm-hmm.
And if they pay that invoice, guess what? You good. You know, make sure you charge a late fee. If it's in your system and it hasn't been paid, make sure you charge a late fee. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because the banks are going to charge a late fee. Big business is going to charge a late fee.
Mhm.
Treat your business like a business, and everybody else will too.
Your credit card is gonna charge you a late fee.
The car company going to charge a late fee. So you need to make sure you don't want your business to suffer because you're not doing what you should be doing. Let's talk about electronic payments. If you pay
Mm-hmm.
electronically, you can wait until the morning of the day that the bill is due to make the payment. I don't like that, but it is possible. Okay, it is possible, but it what you want to do is you want to make sure that if you're able to pay it early, pay it early. Okay, because you don't want to take the chance that the system is going to be down.
Mm-hmm.
This is also a way to improve your cash flow. It says that you can also use a business credit card. And here's the thing about the business credit card. I didn't say your personal credit card. They're going to work similarly. But that business credit card has a grace period as long as 21 days. So that means it's going to increase your cash flow. That means if I buy something today, my bill may not be due until 25 days later, but they may give me a 21-day grace period before it's late.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I actually have about 35, 40 days to pay it back. All right. And then you got to be careful because you can get some cards that can give you some cash back
Yeah.
on your business side as well.
Mm-hmm.
But don't be irresponsible because you don't want to pile up too much debt. And if y'all are just not joining or just not seeing this, we're talking about ways to keep cash flowing to your business. Your business is your baby. It's your baby. So you want to take care of your baby and make sure you feed it. This one right here, remember, you're not a vendor. You are the customer. So you want to consider how you can pay suppliers even less. If you maintain a friendly relationship and regular communication with your suppliers, you will have a better chance of landing better terms with them. Hey, Chuck, how you doing, man? How's the family? How's the little one? Man, you know what? We've been doing business for about 10 years now. Hey, is there any way that you can give me a discount?
Hello?
That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
You want to make sure you're talking to people like that, because if not, and you don't build a relationship with people, you can't have that negotiation. You can't have that negotiation. And the same with you.
Mm-hmm.
If you got return customers, you're gonna want to give them a good deal.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to reward them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to reward them. So
Exactly.
that's something to be thinking about with business. All right. Use high interest savings accounts. We know them don't exist. So I ain't gonna do that. All right. But in the world before the pandemic, you want to make sure you're getting the best interest return on your money. Okay. That ain't happening right now. But if that was true, then you want to use a high yield savings account, business savings account, to make sure you're actually getting the best bang for your buck to keep more cash flowing. Listen, do not be afraid to increase your prices.
Yeah.
There's something out there called inflation.
Mhm.
And inflation is going up 2 to 3% a year, as much as 4% a year.
Mm-hmm.
There's some people who have not increased their prices in 5 years.
That's right.
But if you look around, big businesses are increasing their prices all of the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do.
So don't be afraid to increase your prices anywhere between 3 to 7%. And I say 3 to 7% because you want to keep up with inflation.
Mm-hmm.
You want to keep up with inflation. If you're giving a great product, then you should feel comfortable about increasing your prices. You got to ask yourself, there's a lot of customers that will pay just for customer service.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to pay for good customer service. They got people that will go out of their way just to come back to you because you're treating them correctly.
Right.
That's true.
So don't, I mean, how y'all feel about that?
That's right.
True.
There's a lot of people that's afraid to do that.
Right.
Oh yeah, you got to do it if you're in business. I feel you should.
So think about this. Let's say, and I'm just throwing a low number out there, Ms. Bertha. I don't want to mess with your business. Let's say you're renting out your building for $100
Mm-hmm.
for 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that's what you started at back in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Well, with the pandemic, they haven't stopped having events.
Mm-hmm.
So those prices may need to be looked at in the sense of saying, okay, instead of me charging $100 for 2 hours, let me go ahead and charge $400
Mm-hmm.
for 2 hours, or $400 for a minimum
Mm-hmm.
of 3 or 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Now I got cash flow and I got the place booked.
Yeah.
Now whether they're there for 4 hours or not is not my problem.
Right. Right.
This is the deal. Gives them opportunity to have setup time.
Mm-hmm.
Gives them an opportunity to have tear down time.
Exactly. And what we normally do is if we see that our bookings are pulling back, then we'll recalculate the event price. We'll pull it back a little. We may drop it $100.
Okay.
Yeah, that's normally what
that's
we do.
fair, because now you want to get people in.
Yes.
And you still have cash flowing into your business.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
What you got with that, Cortina?
Just listening and kind of agreeing and going along with what's being said already. And that's definitely true, because you definitely got to have some type of cash flow coming in, and you definitely want to keep up too with market trends, as you were saying, increasing your prices. You know, if the market has changed, then you consider making a change, and
that's right.
You're afraid to make that change.
Mm-hmm.
So we got Miss Lilith Lumpkins just jumped in from St. Louis, Missouri. Thank you for jumping on. We appreciate you. We just talking about how to keep cash flow into your business. And I know Lilith also has a traditional business as well, her and her sister. So you got to always think about, how can I keep cash flow into my business? Because we want to do everything we can not to go into our personal money.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to do everything we can to keep our business out of debt. Okay. So let me get back in this thing and share. We're just about done. So, just talked about increasing prices. Listen,
you gotta do it.
Don't lowball your business either.
That's right.
Don't lowball your business. Don't do that with people. Okay.
Right.
People pay full price for everything.
Yeah, for what they want.
They'll pay full price for you too. They'll pay full price for yours too. Okay. So the bottom line, healthy cash flow is the result of operations that run efficiently and smoothly. While implementing some or all of the above steps that I mentioned, they should help you to increase your business's cash flow. Like I told y'all, this is going to be a fast one, right? You'll also want to make sure that you're making the right decisions regarding marketing, customer service, product or service development, and new customer acquisition. Listen, you can't keep the same customers. You got to get new customers, right? Even if you got to eat cardboard and pass through some paper people, you got to get some new customers.
Yep.
Get some.
Got to market.
That's why it's always critical to review and update your business plan.
That's right.
Way ahead. Okay. What's your target audience? A lot of people are not in your target, but you're targeting them and don't even know it. That's why our business is not growing. I'm gonna say that one again, because people probably didn't hear that. A lot of people are not in our target audience, and this is not being funny, but we by default are targeting people who are not in our target audience, and we're wondering why our business is not growing. I hope that makes sense. Hope that makes sense to somebody. But But that's why it's critical to review and update your business plan on a regular basis to ensure you anticipate any types of trends and challenges before they even impact your profit. Okay. Let me see what else we got. A good consumer credit report and score can go a long way, but we don't believe in using personal credit. We like to talk about helping people build business credit. Okay. And there's a little small snippet in here that talks about business credit. Here you go. Develop business credit. Develop business credit. Whether you are building for the long haul or whether you're looking to just get some vendors so you can get net 30s, 60s, and 90s, that's going to help to increase your cash flow. Gives you time to pay them back. So it's going to give you time to make money. And if somebody's listening and don't understand what I'm saying, let's say you borrow money or you order something from a vendor and you order it on the first of the month, but you have 30 days to pay that thing off. That means you got 30 days to make money in your business before you have to pay it off. That's what I'm talking about by increasing your cash flow. Okay. Or you may have 60 days to pay it off. So that means I got 60 days to make the money that I need to pay it off. It's like they're fronting you the items or the credit. Okay. It says even a trade line which doesn't report might be helpful as a reference. So I'm not going to get all into that. That's going to be at another time, but you want to make sure you do manage whatever credit that you have responsibly. Okay. Manage whatever credit that you have responsibly, because if you don't, what's going to happen is your business is going to end up closing its doors. We don't get in the business to quit.
Nope.
We're building. Okay. So if you're out there listening to this and you saw this and it made some sense to you, please, like I said, like it, share it, drop a comment if this was helpful to you. And you'll have opportunity to look at it again. I'm getting a little hoarse. You have opportunity to look at it again. But we're talking to people now who are serious about building their businesses. If you didn't get a loan or if you didn't get a grant, if you didn't get that money that didn't have to be paid back, these are some strategies that you should be using anyway. You should be using these strategies anyway, because there's not going to always be those types of monies available.
Right.
So you got to be strategic when you're talking about building your business. Make sure you have a business coach and a business mentor. Make sure you have someone in your corner that's gonna have a creative mindset, somebody who's going to think outside of the box. You know, it's always good to do some type of brainstorming, especially if you're an independent business owner. If you don't have any partners, it's going to be very challenging. So make sure you get around like-minded people and see what type of ideas you can come up with to help you to take your business to the next level. So I don't have anything else. Y'all got something y'all want to add?
No, this was pretty good and straight to the point.
Straight to the point.
I know my takeaway from this is basically is just like we said, continuously think about how you can bring more cash flow into your business. You know, don't make the mistake that I made initially in my businesses. You know, I was sitting on assets that was just sitting there and it really wasn't making me any money. I was losing money. So definitely look at ways you can have that extra cash flow or to generate cash flow coming into your businesses.
And I would add to that, if you're in business, do the business right, correctly. You know, I mean, go through the process that you need to get legal and be legal.
Yeah.
You know, because if you do that, you won't have repercussions later and you won't regret it. I'm so grateful for Eric. You know, he have a business builders where, you know, he have classes, and I took that class and it was so educational and it helped me a whole lot. And I also took an entrepreneur class back in 2019 where they were talking about, you know, building your business and the LLCs and all. We are teaching you this stuff. You need to investigate it and learn. If you are going to open up a business, get a LLC, sole proprietor, make it legal. If you make it legal, you will benefit from it. If you don't, you're gonna
You're gonna have some issues.
You're gonna be sorry.
Yeah, you gonna have some issues. And you know, Ms. Bertha, it goes back to what you just said. We're sharing free information. Now, this information that we're sharing is public knowledge.
Yep.
It just so happens that making time to do our research, putting it together on a PowerPoint, and then presenting it. But the information is public knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Now, people will pay for information. How do I know? Because they got student loans debts.
That's right.
So they pay for information. But when somebody has an opportunity to get something for free, oftentimes we don't find that much value in it. Or if it's non-traditional, we think that, hey, it's too easy. We can do this because we have a certain standard, certain status. But you have to understand, we've been fed consumerism our entire lives. Many of us.
Yeah.
So to go from being a consumer to being a producer and a consumer is a huge leap.
Yeah, it is.
So I want everyone out there to make sure that they do their research, trust but verify. Do your research. Find you someone who is going to coach you. Make sure they know that you look coach. Don't just jump on and say you my coach. And also, I gotta put this out. If you're gonna call somebody your coach, listen to him.
Hey,
Listen to him. Look for a mentor, or look for a mentor. Somebody who's gonna keep you straight. We talked about that today at 1. Somebody who's gonna keep you straight. Yeah. Somebody who's gonna help you, to guide you, and put you in the right position to where you want to be. Somebody who's already accomplished what you want to accomplish. Then maybe not, the coach and the mentor may not be the one and the same. They may be different people. So that's very important. The financial aspect of it, we share a lot of information, and it's very imperative and very important that you understand that if you don't have that stuff together, then you're in for a whirlwind.
One key thing in business, you got to keep good records. You got to keep good records. Hear me, y'all. You got to keep good records.
I think that's why a lot of people are unsuccessful, because they don't want to do the work, and they opt to let someone else do it. And I can't check the checker if I don't know what I'm checking.
Hello.
So even if you don't want to do the work, at least learn how to do the work and then know who to hire.
Yeah.
That's something to think about. But hey, listen, it's early.
We've been
grinding. We've been grinding all week.
Yeah, we have.
And tomorrow as well. So listen, we're gonna go ahead and call this thing. We got Miss Quartina Trafford out of Huntsville. We got Miss Bertha Winston out the DMV, and yours truly, Eric McKinley, coming out of Columbia, South Carolina. Like I always say, when you know better, that's when you have the ability to do better. And the only knowledge that's powerful is properly applied knowledge. I hope y'all got some value out of this. But like it, share it, tag somebody. Look at it again.
It was good stuff.
Again, all right. And if we don't see y'all soon, we'll see y'all at the top.
Too many people struggling at the bottom. We're trying to get y'all to the top.
Trying to get you to the top, baby.
Trying to get you to the top.
It ain't fun. It ain't fun building by yourself. But if it's necessary, I will do it.
Yep. Hello.
So, hey, y'all take care. Have a great weekend.
Peace. Don't forget Super Saturday tomorrow, 10 o'clock.
Super Saturday, busting it open. All right, Miss Bertha.
All right. Y'all be good. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.